How's it going, Sha?
It's been a week.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. It's just been uh kind of wild, a little heavy. It's been kind of a heavy week, but
Yeah.
then also um uh I don't I guess the highs are high, but the lows are low,
Mm.
which may make the highs feel like they're higher. So maybe the highs
Mm.
aren't even that high. See, if I really sit and think about it, I may not answer any correspondence for a while, but um yeah, it's just been kind of a all over the place week, and that's, and now we're getting ready to go into the holidays, which are notorious for being very even keeled. There's
Mm.
nothing like there's nothing like a calm, cool, collected holiday season. Who's having those?
Hey, they don't make those, but on TV. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's been I get you with the roller coaster. You know what I mean? We had a passing in the community recently.
Mhm.
Shouts to the homie Kenny. Um, the I will say it was an incredibly sad thing. Obviously, he's uber talented comic who was really good at building community, and that showed a lot. Obviously, with the amount of love he got after it. That definitely sent me in a weird tailspin because
Yes.
every single one of my fears uh comes to life when something like this happened, right? Like I had this like weird idea that uh no one's gonna know that I worked hard at comedy because I'm not gonna get known until after,
Mm,
if that, you know?
right. Mhm.
So like when he passed, like, a lot of people didn't know, like Kenny and I were working on a lot of projects together, so like, I had a Sunday show that I was doing with him weekly.
Mhm.
We were working on like an interview series, and we were like pretty far along with the travel show that we were pitching. um so like I outside of Kenny himself, I am the person most invested in Kenny 2024.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when this went down, like, like there was a personal aspect of it that like, yo, I'd really bonded with this dude over this last year working with all of that stuff. And then realizing that like, this dude's super funny,
Mhm.
and people aren't gonna know. And that like really scared me. And then every time I went to like kind of check in and show love, I was blown away by like how many people were coming out, you know what I mean, to
Right.
see him. And I was like, okay, like there is another way that you affect the world with your if you just create and do good.
Mhm.
um and it's genuinely, it was beautiful to kind of see that, um and like to find comfort in the thing that like I was now scared of doing. I took like a day off, I didn't tell jokes, and
Right.
then
Right.
like I didn't feel right like going out there and like ha ha ha, like it just felt weird.
Mhm.
And then on Saturday, like I kind of wanted to be around the people, and a couple of comics kind of hit me up. Hey, you want to come do a spot? Like a lot of Kenny's people are on this show, and it just became like unofficial like reunions throughout the night. And some people felt comfortable discussing it on stage. Some people just wanted to be around other people that knew Kenny while
Right.
being funny. It was really like sincerely dope to see uh communal support of people in something that uh 10 years ago when I started comedy, everyone told me was so cutthroat. I didn't get that vibe, man. Comedy's
Yeah.
fire. We show each other love. It was sincerely beautiful to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That reminds me, my roommate went to a show this weekend and saw you and texted me and said that you were very funny. I guess he had not seen your stand up before.
Oh, rock on.
Yeah. And I was like, "Did you talk to him?" He said, "No, he disappeared afterwards."
Yeah,
And I
I
was like,
I did a lot
"Yeah."
this weekend.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, if you feel like sitting there for another 2 hours, he'll be back. He's got his own show there later
Yeah.
that night." So, or I'll just let him know for you. How about that? I'll just let him know for you.
I appreciate him. I am sincerely a fan of the two of you tasting all of my favorite things, you know? Yeah, I was wilding out on Saturday. I really wanted to be around comedy and essentially like I agreed to every spot that was given to me. So
Oh,
like,
boy.
yeah, I was doing spots from 4:30 to legit like after my show. And then like,
Wow.
yeah, it was wild. Like and I'm talking like all over. I did Union Hall, Brooklyn. Then
Mhm.
I drove out to Long Island, like Belmore, to get to like the second governor's comedy location.
Okay.
Yeah, then did a spot in Queens, then came back to Union Hall. Like, I was bugging out, but I was like, yeah, if you got it, I'm with it. I was either in the car or on stage for like a solid 8 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, great times. Really.
I I mean, I hope so.
Straight up. It was beautiful. And I bumped into like everybody who's everybody and like everybody who like I know in my personal life throughout the day. It was weird. Like I did the governor's show, was there for like 10 minutes, saw three of my cousins. They're like, yeah, we moved out here during the quarantine. I was like, oh shit. It was great. I swear, like on bottom of my heart, I swear, like that Saturday, like the comedy gods was like, yo, he needs a day. He needs a good day. So
Right.
like every show I did was just like just the right amount. Like that first set, I showed up, like I told was like, yo, just so you know, I have to be in Long Island. The trip is an hour and a half. So like if nothing goes wrong, if I leave right at the start of the show, I might get there. So
Right.
like I need to go first. He's like, cool. And like keep it like the show had like, like Chris Gethard's on it,
Right.
Hassan Minaj is on it, and
Mhm.
I'm like asking him if yo, can you bump them? Uh
Right.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like move those dudes back, B. I need to get off.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, like I definitely cashed in a couple favors. But yeah, like I felt like I got the kind of day, emotionally speaking, that can only happen in this art form, in my opinion. I
Mhm.
saw a lot of people I respect, a lot of people I love, both comedically and just like in life. And I felt good again, you know what I mean? And I felt like that was Kenny energy throughout the day. You know what I mean? The dude
Wow.
had like a uber smile throughout the day, and I felt like I felt that all day.
Mhm.
Everywhere I went, it was love.
That's great.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So yeah, I'm back to like regular levels of terrified of my art now. You
Sure.
know,
Yes, good.
and
Right.
now I'm just regular panic. You know what I mean?
Good, good. Right where
Just
you're
where you want to
comfortable.
be. Yeah,
That's
it's the
yeah.
pocket.
Right in the pocket of terror.
We in here. We in here, baby. I like it. Uh,
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
where we
man.
belong. Oh man. But yeah, post up, Kenny. I see you, homie. Let's get into the news.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Colorado Supreme Court disqualifies Trump from state's 2024 ballot. That's right. The state's highest court declares former president ineligible for the White House under the U.S. Constitution. Colorado
Oh,
Supreme
that
Court.
old thing.
Yo, real talk. They don't use it enough. It's a solid piece
They
of work.
really I feel like there's a lot of things. I mean, I guess people just know the hits of it, but I feel like if you read like, really read it and, like,
Yeah,
really apply it, what are we doing dealing with like, why isn't he under the jail by now?
real talk,
I
man.
don't know why. I know why. It's because lawyers love to argue and they're paid by the hour. And so they want to argue the spirit of the law versus the letter of the law. But I'm here to tell you, fuck Trump, spirit or letter.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing that yet? Why is he still why did it take so long for one state to be like, hey man, nah. You know what I mean? This is late December 2023. So the election is less than a year away, and the state is finally like, "We can't do this. Come on now." What?
Real talk, yo. And they looking around like, yo, none of you other states gonna do this shit. It
Yeah,
gotta be
what's
us.
happening? Oh my gosh. The highest state, the
Real talk.
highest state
In all ways.
in every way, and they're getting to it before the rest. Come on.
Real talk, yo. Yo, people put down weed ideas. Sometimes you need them, you know?
Yeah,
Uh
I wonder if that's it. If there was a weird is there I don't smoke. Is there a weird moment of clarity that happens when you bite into an edible just before the dry mouth kicks in?
I def think there's an interesting groupthink when everyone
Mm.
is high. So I think that's what's happening here. They're like, hey, like, what if we like uh use the rules?
Aw.
Oh, is that an
Aw.
option? That's an option. Oh shit.
I guess
The Colorado Supreme Court on Tuesday declared Donald Trump ineligible to hold office again under the U.S. Constitution's insurrection clause. In a historic decision, the justices ordered that he be removed from the state's presidential primary ballot after determining that he engaged in the insurrection on January 6th of 2021. The ruling sets up a likely showdown in the nation's highest court to settle whether the January 6th attack on Capitol amounted to an insurrection and whether Trump's involvement disqualifies him from the running. The 4-3 decision by the Colorado Supreme Court marks the first time a presidential candidate has been deemed unqualified for office under a rarely used provision that bars insurrectionists from holding office.
well, it should be rarely used.
Yeah, it should almost be never used.
Yes, right. We
Real
shouldn't
talk.
have to use that a lot. But we also should know that it's there. I mean, did it take this long for someone to go, okay, I've been reading it and I made it to the 14th Amendment. And I think there's something there you want to see. Like, is that what happened?
Real talk. Yo, see, this is what pisses me off. This is what Chat GPT should be doing. Somebody should have been, yo, real talk. What of y'all should have been like, Chat GPT? How can we like use the rule book to get
Yeah.
Donald Trump off of this like election? And Chat
Or
GPT should have spit this shit out.
just a search bar. Why doesn't the
Yeah,
Constitution come with a search bar? Why isn't
come
there?
on, B.
Why can't we just put in president insurrection elections?
Yo, Jeeves, where are you? You know what I mean?
Why do we have to read it and go through the courts? It should just be on the search bar. Did anyone streamline this yet?
Come on, man. I thought Rap Genius would have done this by now.
At least.
Real talk, man. You over here translating Lil Boozy.
But you know what? Ever since it became Genius, it's really changed. It's
Yeah,
no longer Rap Genius.
quality's falling off, man.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's getting everything wrong.
I am glad this is being done. This is dope.
I think
Uh,
there are other states. Hold on. I feel like I saw that other states have this kind of thing lined up, and Colorado got to it first.
Yo, shouts to
Um,
Colorado, man.
but like what? Yeah, this is a lot of words for in this article. Oh, okay. Similar lawsuits in Minnesota and New Hampshire were dismissed on procedural grounds. In Michigan, plaintiffs argued a similar case and they've appealed to the state Supreme Court after the lower courts declined to disqualify Trump. What's happening?
Yo,
What?
bro.
Come on.
You know,
Uh-oh.
the song I thought about here? Like
There was that was a pregnant pause, and I'm like, oh no, we got a lot. We're about
yo,
to.
just an idea. You know what I
Okay.
mean? What if like the first state to use like one of these rules got to put up like a championship banner? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you got to be like, yo, like Colorado insurrection blocker 2024. You know what I mean? And like you got to throw that up in the rafters in your court.
Do you think that would have ended slavery faster if they had
100%.
gotten a banner?
I mean, they just want credit. Like, yo, listen, we shut that shit down. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think possibly because nobody wants to be the state that did it.
mm,
I bet nobody like, yeah, we don't like slavery, but don't tell the others. Let's just see if we can quietly. And Texas was like, great, we won't tell them for years. How about that? And finally, someone made it over there, and that's how we got Juneteenth. But
ah.
because they were the last ones.
It reminds
So
me of I don't know, have you seen the new that like the Squid Game game show?
I have not watched it. No.
Oh, they have like this. There's one of the episodes where like they bring everybody together that's in the room that's like still left in the game,
Mhm.
and they say the 3 lowest vote getters will get eliminated.
Okay.
and they're voting in the room together, and they say all your votes are anonymous except whenever a new person is voted on, their face will appear on the screen. So if you vote for someone and they've already up there, no one can see your vote.
Okay.
But if you're the first person to vote for somebody, everyone knows it's you because that person's face goes up as a new option.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's probably what you. That's like the slavery thing. Like everybody wants to hit it third. They don't want
Right.
to.
Nobody wants to go up first. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to
yo.
go up first.
Like I co-sign that, but like I ain't gonna start it.
I'm
You
not
know
gonna
what I mean?
sign it. I'm gonna co-sign.
Oh man. In other news, we got Mayim Bialik. This is Blossom. I
Yeah,
never know how to say it.
Blossom. Mhm.
Blossom won't return as a Jeopardy host, Sha.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, Blossom has faced her final Jeopardy. 2 years. I'm really sorry that I'm really calling her Blossom, but that's what I know her as, Blossom.
Yeah.
2 years after stepping in as the permanent host for the beloved game show following the death of its longtime running MC, Alex Trebek. Uh, Blossom is exiting her regular role in the series. In a statement posted on Instagram on Friday afternoon, Blossom shared that producers of the Sony Pictures Television had informed her that she will no longer have hosting duties in the series beginning in 2024. Uh,
Yeah, so it's not so much she's exiting the role as she's been let go.
yeah,
Yeah, language means things. Words mean things.
yeah, yo, like they're making it seem like she will no longer have hosting. Like the hosting duties ran away. I
Yeah,
don't know what
she
happened.
just she misplaced the hosting duties
What
and,
happened?
well, I guess she's just not doing it.
They're with your keys somewhere. You got to find them. Oh my god. I believe the guy the gentleman will be continuing. What is it? After standing executive producer Michael Richards negotiated a contract for her to be the host. Um, Blossom took over as the guest host during the
Just
turbulent period.
I love it. Just keep calling her Blossom. Let it
Yeah.
yeah.
Soon after becoming the permanent guest host, she was alternating duties with Ken Jennings, who first showed his Jeopardy mastery as a contestant in 2003 and has become the highest earning American game show contestant in history through his returning trips. Only Jennings has been hosting as of this fall, season 40. In August, Variety reported that Bialik, I'm going to try it once.
Yeah, that's right, Bialik.
Okay, Bialik. Oh, that's what's up. Uh, I've tried harder words, but I felt really unconfident with this one.
Nah, it's fine.
And also like the ratio of unconfident to confidence with Blossom, it tipped the scale too much there for
I
me.
get it. I understand that.
Uh, that Bialik had declined to host the second season of Celebrity Jeopardy. Yeah, she didn't want the pity job. You know what I mean?
Well,
Uh,
I mean,
and also she was being observant of the WGA and SAG after strikes, which is the real reason I think, right?
yeah, that's why she didn't, come back. But also, she's said some controversial things, and, it's possible those things may have come into play.
Mm.
Um, and so but, I don't know because I don't fully understand, like, if she said the controversial things, they're not the normal controversial things that people are losing jobs over. If anything, she
Oh.
probably would have kept her job. So I don't know if there's more controversy or if it's just they were like, "Yeah, no one really likes you in the role." Because that's what because I was like, "Oh, is this because she said some sideways shit?" Because I feel like she recently said some sideways shit, and Twitter informed me, "Well, I mean, it might be the sideways shit, but also she's not good as a host." And I went, "Well, that's enough. Honestly, that's enough." And
Yeah.
Ken Jennings knows that show in and out, so let him do it. I mean, if you remember when they were looking for hosts, they were doing the whole guest hosting over and over thing, which is so lazy, and I'm tired of TV shows doing this.
Mhm.
Shit or get off the pot.
Real talk.
What why? Why are you well, let's just have these 7 people dance for us for a couple of months. and then we'll take our hiatus, and then we'll come back and we'll pick someone no one even saw coming, you know? So like I believe that's what happened. I think a lot of people really liked LeVar Burton, that
Mm.
he did a great job and people kind of really wanted him to host. And they were just like, no, we're not going to give it to him. Um and so people were very upset. And then when they named her, folks mentioned, yeah, but she has said some sideways shit. And it's like, whatever, we're going to put Blossom in it. And then I guess it turns out she's not that great of a host. I haven't watched a Jeopardy in a very long time. So I don't know how bad of a host she was, and also how you could be a bad Jeopardy host.
Yeah, how do you mess I don't know.
I mean, do you just read the answers on the board wrong or something? Or do you mispronounce the names, or do you forget to ask them about themselves, or what? Because I
Yeah.
mean, Alec Trebek, Lord rest his soul, he got a little zesty there. You know what I mean? He would get spicy with the people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like he would, kinda poke them a little bit because he knew he was talking to a bunch of nerds. And,
Yeah, you get a little riz.
he would just kind of tease them a little. And I wonder if maybe she tried and they were like, "Why are all the contestants crying? I guess we'll take a commercial break." I don't know, like, how bad of a host was she?
Too much zest, too much zest. Calm that
Yeah.
down.
I
Yeah.
haven't yeah, I haven't watched, a television game show in well, that's not true. I just got my hair cut earlier today, and I watched the back half of, The Price is Right.
Mm.
So, I watched, a guy lose his chance to go to Jackson Hole, Montana, or something like that, where I was like, "You already have friends there. Like, that's not even a trip for you." Um and the reason he bid very low, entirely too low, because people don't realize how much cars cost nowadays, and there was a new Toyota Camry in the mix. But he said, "Oh, it's like $35,000." And, I was like, "Nope, not with that car. You know how much cars cost? The car is
Yeah.
$35,000, so no." Yeah, and he was off like $7,000.
Yo. Oh my god. Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
my dad tried selling a used car. My dad bought a car for my mom, and my mom didn't want the car. She's like, "I'm not
Mhm.
driving that." And like they had like a back and forth argument, and the car just sat in their yard for a year and a half.
Oh my god.
Like just there. I was super mad at my dad because my dad drives the oldest shit ever, and there was a relatively new car in the yard that he had already lost an argument with his wife. So I was like, "Yo, listen, she's not gonna take it. You already own it. Your car is 20 years older than that car. Why don't you just drive that car?"
Right.
He refused. So
It's the
like,
principality,
yeah, he's like, "I
Gastor.
bought
It's
it
the
for her."
principality. Yep.
So finally, they agreed to sell the car, and I listed a solid like 19 months later, and the price went up 2 grand
Mm.
of like a older car. But he's like, yeah, he's like the quarantine messed all that up for people. They couldn't buy car parts. So he's like, yo, see, that's why I held it. I made a profit. Like, no, 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 don't
No,
make
that's
this
not
seem
why.
like,
Nah,
yeah.
kid. Because
He's
he
like,
could
you
have
ain't
held
do
it
all that.
another week, it would have gone up another $1,500. That's what it is. It's all over the place, but it's now basically just so much higher.
Yeah, B.
It's
You ain't making investment. Okay.
mm-mm. What was
Uh,
the car?
it was some like 6-seater. It was a brand like a Subaru.
Oh.
Yeah, like, it was in solid shape, nice car. It was like let's see, we sold it in 2021.
Mhm.
I would say it was a 2018. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah, like it was a good shaped car. He got like a 2002 RAV4 that he like loves with all his heart. And
Uh-huh.
like I listed it, I was like, yo, my man, like the price with the miles you put on that is $400. Okay. Like nobody wants your car. Okay.
Right.
It is a beater. You do not, you shouldn't be driving in it. And he has this whole like, nah, like, I'll take care of my family shit. But like, for me, I'm gonna go through the struggle. I gotta save every dollar. And I'm like, I'm with you, but also you're 60. Like this future vision you're saving for is now.
Right.
Like you are the old man right now.
Yeah, what are you hustling for? If
Yeah, dude.
you've
You there.
already yeah, you
You
made it.
there.
You're
You made it.
here.
You won, you finished. This is when you enjoy your money. Like,
At some point, the hustle ends.
yeah. I was
There's
like, yo,
gotta be an end point to the hustle.
I told him, I was like, yo, my man, I promise you, like, I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon. But when you pass away, I'm using all of your shit to the max. You know what I mean? I will use every dollar you left. You know what I mean? So don't like let me be the only one enjoying that shit. You worked. Go spend it. Now I mean,
Right.
I shouldn't even. I was yelling at him the other day. I was like, yo, like I shouldn't even see you. I see you every week. I should be hearing about you from postcards, my G. You should be gone. Real talk. I should get nothing but like, yo, killing it in Europe right now, my G. Hope
Oh
y'all are
my
still
god.
good. Forgot what you look like, son. Catch you later. That's what I should be getting from you. You know what I mean? And I see you every day. You on the block. You know what I mean? There's no more work for you to do out here, man. Why are we living the same life? Like you've worked so hard. You know what I mean?
You're on
It
the
frustrates me.
block.
Yo,
Oh.
we on the same corner, shot. I'm over here. I shouldn't be hearing that from my deli dude. Y'all saw your pops earlier. You got the same sandwich. Why? You know what I mean? What is he like gearing up to do?
Right.
Yo, man.
Oh my god.
Listen.
Oh,
Yo,
that's
he let him host Jeopardy. That'd be great.
yeah, give him something to do.
You
There's
know
a
what
hustle.
I mean?
Man, the speed. I would love to see someone like does he watch any Jeopardy?
he
That's
watches shows like that. He's into like the game show shit. He's into that
okay.
vibe.
So he probably would have been a better host than Blossom is what I'm understanding. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like perhaps.
Yo,
But
they need like a New York rhythm dude on there. Real talk. That'd be kind of chill.
I mean, I think low key that's what Alex Trebek was doing in his own kind of quiet Canadian
Yeah.
way is he was giving them the business. And
Yeah.
you do need someone who can quietly give you the business, because they gotta
Word up.
listen to you. You are kind of in charge, even as you're welcoming them in, "Come on in, play my game." Also, "Raz, raz, 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 raz." You know? So
Yo, low key, until you just said that, I didn't realize how much like Jeopardy and Saw are the same. Um,
Oh, god. Oh, no.
yeah, it's the same shit. You want to play a game? You know what I
God.
mean?
Is it
Yo,
because I made a stabbing motion when I said "Raz, raz, raz"? Razzing them?
bro, I can't unsee it now.
Oh, well.
That's how it is, yo. Real talk.
Well,
That's all Saw is. You know what I
I
mean?
hope
So
you find a new job, Blossom.
real talk, yo.
Good luck to
Good
you.
luck out there, yo.
Yeah, it's tough.
I know it's been a tough career. You know what I mean? Literally starring in 2 hit shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I hope you make it. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed for you. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
you will stumble onto a 4th incredibly successful show.
I mean, you're certainly living off of the Big Bang Theory residuals.
Real talk.
You're probably doing fine because that
I
was
hope
on
so.
network. You're doing great.
I hope so.
You're doing great. That's one of the few shows that's still being syndicated. You are
Seriously.
literally cleaning up.
Yo. And she should have learned. Like, I feel like if it was just Blossom, I could see how like she like might have made bread, but like either got jerked because she
Mhm.
was young or
Right.
like didn't plan correctly, overspent it.
Right.
But she learned them lessons,
Mhm.
then came back for Big Bang.
Right.
So
That's
this
true.
time around, she should have been like financially savvy. Like, nah, B, I'm keeping all these checks.
And
I'm investing.
since Big Bang, she had her own sitcom that was on Fox, I think, that just ended like a few months ago or something. I don't know. She's been working,
Real
so
talk.
you
And even
know.
this job, you got fired. You got 2 years of checks.
Yeah,
You know, like this ain't a pity party, homie. That's in this career, that's success.
yeah, that's not bad.
Real
You got
talk.
to host it for 2 years. That's great.
Yeah, and that's a daily job. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That shit ain't
that's
no
true.
6.
That's not even like a weekly.
Yeah, yo. That ain't 6 episodes a year. All right. Like, you did work, homie. Yo, real talk, man. Yo, Blossom, you eat. What's your secret? You know what I mean? Real talk. Oh, I came into the sad and like hurt for you, but like, yo, real talk, you figured game out.
Right.
Oh Oh my God. Oh, you never know. She gonna play this up too, man. Yeah, the industry don't rock. Nah, man, industry loves you.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
You
You're
doing
doing all
okay,
right.
man. In other news, a small owl discovered in U.S. family's Christmas tree. That's right. A family in Kentucky had a surprise when a small owl was discovered nestled in their Christmas tree. The bird had gone unnoticed for several days. Carpet cleaner was working in the home when he says he saw something rustling in the tree and went to investigate. The family was shocked by the discovery of the owl and at first thought it was a prank. The bird has since been released back into the wild. Homeowner Michelle White said she had spent hours decorating the tree, which the family picks out together every year, and had no clue that the owl was there. If carpet cleaner Bobby Hayes had not noticed the little bird, it might still be in the family's living room, blending in with the branches. Mr. Hayes was plugging in the piece of equipment when he saw something stirring in the tree. The owl was literally sitting on the lower limb here. He pulled the owl out and sent Miss White a photo. I was shocked and I was so stunned, she told the local news. I thought he'd put a stuffed animal or ornament in it, so I called him immediately. Like, you're kidding me, right? I have 3 dogs. We use this room nonstop. Watch TV. The kitchen's right here. No indication. Ms. Hayes released the owl into the family's wooded backyard. Mrs.
Hmm.
White's daughter, Madeline, shared a video on social media on TikTok of the bird. Rock on.
Huh. I wonder if I would have released that bird.
You would have kept this shot?
Not for long. Just, I mean, if it's already there, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's hungry.
Huh.
I probably would have looked up maybe what to feed an owl.
That's fair. Okay.
I don't
I'm
know,
not
just
mad at that.
out of curiosity, because that would have been easier than trying to pick up the bird. Because I don't necessarily want to touch the bird.
Yeah, that's wild work. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
and
that.
that's a you know, it's probably got I don't know, fleas or gnats or nits or something. And so I don't know if I want to touch it. So maybe I'll just leave a little food for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, and then just trap a owl. That's kind of wild. Now that I'm saying it, but I honestly, I mean, I have to be true to my heart, and I probably wouldn't have gotten rid of that owl right away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta say I'm with you, Sha.
Yeah, I probably would have. I mean, like until a dog found it, which is also kind of wild. I bet the dog knew. Honestly, I wish there was a way to talk to the dog
Like,
because
yeah, I
I
saw
bet
him on Tuesday.
if they if they sit down and like really think about how the dog's been acting,
Ah.
I bet that dog has been like, "Hey, look, come, you're right there. It's right." Oh, these stupid humans.
Yo, y'all don't see him?
Y'all don't see this damn, you know what I mean? Dogs see a lot of shit. Dogs smell a lot of stuff. You think that dog didn't
Yeah.
smell that owl? They probably were
Mm.
just chopping it up at night. You know what I mean? While the family's asleep, just talking about the world. The dog probably doesn't know wants to know what the outside is like, and the owl's like, "Let me tell you, young young blood."
Yo, you been to Atlanta? Yo, it's crazy out there.
Yeah, you know?
Yo, let me find out this dog running the Airbnb, yo. Yo, that's kind of hard, yo. Yo,
Right?
Kibble Lane Bits ain't cutting it no more. You know what I mean? I had to
Yeah.
make some extra bread. Yo.
Of the animals to find in a tree, I'd be happiest with an owl. Now, if it's a squirrel, I'm torching the whole house. We're starting over.
Yeah, nah,
Like, I
that's
don't, it's well documented. I do not fuck with squirrels.
ditto.
I think one the article said occasionally people find squirrels, possums, and even bats.
Nah, I'm
No,
good,
guess
B.
what? I don't put up trees anymore. I don't celebrate
Yo.
Christmas. I am now an atheist
Oh my
because
God.
there's a possum. If there's a possum in my house
Nah.
that got in via tree,
Mm-mm.
that possum planned it and it's in cahoots. Also, how do you miss a possum with those big ass pie shaped white faces? How do you not see a possum?
Yeah. Yo, like you gotta put them. I mean, I guess maybe you have a truck bed, like, because otherwise you got to put them in your car.
Yeah, but you still gotta carry that bitch in the house,
Yeah,
or at
yo.
least drag it. I feel like what possum is gonna be quiet? Like, let me just stay quiet even though you're being banged around. An owl might have slept through that shit
Yo.
because it's used to being in a tree. Possums ain't tree people. I don't know. Wait, don't possums actually hang upside down from their tail and sleep?
I don't know.
But
I've
aren't they
seen
big though? Aren't they big? Have I
possums are
only
big.
seen country ass possums? Is
Nah,
that my problem?
I got a possum on my block. He stare me down all the time. Like,
Okay.
real talk. Like
Yeah.
he been on my stoop. He's gotten on the stoop in the backyard, and like I went out to get something for my car, and I left the keys inside. So like me and him just had to stare down for like 3 hours because like I couldn't get back. I couldn't leave the yard.
Right.
He was on the steps.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I was throwing rocks at the window trying to get like Gabby to notice.
Mhm.
And like ironically, like the noise freezes the possum even more, you
Right,
know? So
yes.
like
So
he's
now
just
he's
like,
just
nah, I'm
really
never moving. Yeah.
yeah, just staring you down.
Yo, straight up, yo. There's a possum on my block. And I catch him on top of the fence
That's
every
a
now and then.
children's book, by the way. There's a possum on my block. That's one of those Dr. Seuss deep cut. No one knows about that one. That one's in the vault. That one's in the vault. They're
There
not.
is a possum on my block. I forgot. He comes out when it gets hot.
You think he's friendly? He is not.
It writes itself, baby.
I know it really does. Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, I just bought a tree this week too.
Oh
They were
yeah.
they were funny. We mentioned the Union Hall show in Brooklyn. They had like a 24-hour tree shop on the same block. So like after the show at like 2 a.m,
You bought it.
admittedly a drunk 2 a.m decision. I was like, I'm getting a fucking tree, you know?
Well, I mean, you had already been out to Long Island and back. I'm not sure getting a tree was your craziest decision that night.
Yo, real talk, I did wild work that day. The more I think about it, yo.
Yeah, you really did.
Yo, like for the show, we give away a sandwich. The show's
Mhm.
called Sandwich. I got it from an Italian shop that closes at 4 o'clock called DeFonte's. It's like a legendary Brooklyn deli shop. So that
Mhm.
was like my first stop before the shows. I get there and like I called the dude at 3, like, yo, listen, I'm coming from East New York, my G, but I will be there at 4. And I'm like, they called me at 3:45
Mm.
and they were like, listen, we closing at 4. You gonna be here? I'm like, I'm positive. They call me at 3:50. Yo, you gonna be here? I'm like, I'm gonna be there. And like, I've never seen a place be like more certain in its legacy. They were like, yo, listen, we don't care about selling these 2 sandwiches. We are closing
Right.
at 4 o'clock, my G.
Right.
Like, we've made it. We New York OGs here.
Uh-huh.
So I get there and like the door was closed. They were locking up. I
Right.
look inside. The owner and like one of the staff members were dapping up and like saying, I told you he was coming. You know? So like he like, I heard it in his voice. This was a real one. You know what I mean?
What
Yo,
time was it? Like 3:58 or something
straight
like
up,
that?
yo, like just barely getting in. I get in there, he gives me the sandwich, I drop a tip to show love because they like waited for me.
Right.
And then like on the way out, like he's like, what's this for? I was like, oh, I do a show called Sandwich. We give away a sandwich to an audience member from famous spots in Brooklyn. And
Mhm.
he's like, oh, he's like on the internet. And I'm like, yeah, kinda. But like the show's in person. We post the
Right.
pictures online. He's like, talk to my son. He does that internet stuff. And like, yo, that shit was wild. And then like some dude come out and me and him like bonded. And like he fucking dope as hell. The dad was dope. He told me a little bit. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I've been making sandwiches for years. I'm from Brooklyn. But yo, I gotta go. And he just hops in the car and leaves his son with some random dude he don't know. And it was just me and his kid just talking for like half hour about sandwiches and shit. Shit was fire.
Oh my
Straight up.
god.
That was the start of my day. You know what I mean? Then I did wild shows and I used my drink tickets for once. I don't drink often when I'm working.
Mhm.
And then I bought a tree. You know what I mean? You know, and like, yo, this is the first time I'm really putting together my day
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
That's
It
a
was
lot.
wild.
Mhm.
Because I know, like, I tried explaining to this I tried explaining this to Gabby at like 2:30 because like I woke
AM?
her up. Yeah, like I showed up. Yo, shorty, I need your help. I got a tree. I got tacos. I did 5 shows. I met Hassan
Did you get
Minaj.
tacos from the truck that was out there?
Yeah, hell, I was waiting while he wrapped up my tree. You know what I mean? I showed up wild in the morning. Like, shorty, I need your help. I got tacos. I got a tree. I met Hassan Minaj today. I did shows in Long Island. Yo, you know the sandwich from the Defontes is crazy. I met the son. I was all over the place that morning. That poor lady. Yo, real talk, man. If
Uh,
this didn't happen the week after I crushed the anniversary, I don't know if I'd have made it.
I was gonna say, I hope you program one of them random flower deliveries to come. Just for next year, go on and program one to come within the last 2 weeks of December, because I feel like you may be testing her around that time every year. So maybe just go on and put that on the books.
I tried. I was like, listen, this is me as low key as possible right now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Finally, New York City's population has declined by 5.3% since the pandemic, Sha. That's
Uh-huh.
right. With nearly 9 million people in New York City, New York City reigns as the country's largest city by population. However, since the pandemic, New York City's population has observed a significant decline. New York City has experienced a 5.3% decline from April 2020 to July of 2022. This equates to 468,293 residents, comparable to the entire population of Miami in 2020. Um, in contrast, New York City's population had grown by 7.7% the decade prior, 2010 to 2020. Not only was that 3 times the amount that New York City's population had grown the decade before, 2000 to 2010, but it was an even greater rate of population growth than the entire nation, which was at 7.4%. During that period, the boroughs such as Queens and Brooklyn guided the growth, with the population rates increasing by 7.8 and 9.2% in each borough, respectively. However, by the time the pandemic hit, New York City nearly eradicated 3/4 of that population obtained from the decade before. Yo, that's
Okay.
wild work.
Those were a lot of numbers.
Mm.
and and I understand what you said, but I also am like, "What?" And basically, I think it can be boiled down to it costs too much money to live here,
Word up.
and no one and that seems to be getting worse.
Mm,
So, and that now that has hit all the boroughs. Well, I don't know about Staten Island. I can't speak. I could never
yeah.
speak for Staten Island. God bless them. I don't know how you do it out there. So, but I feel like that is kind of the case all around. That it is way too expensive to be here. I feel that in my soul. Like I feel it. Um, and there's that. And then there was a pandemic. Not to be morbid, but we lost people. We
Mm,
lost a lot of people, and uh like yeah, that's certainly the case, but definitely the migration.
yeah.
Everybody moved, cuz why be here if you
Yeah,
can't
yo.
do all the things that you want to do, and then you think it's temporary, and then you go out into the world and you're like, "Oh, okay, so the air is fresh and I'm not constantly dodging dog shit when I walk somewhere. I'm barely walking. I had to buy one of these extremely expensive cars cuz nobody walks around here, but this is this is just where I am now. I'm taking deep breaths." And that's it. And no one comes back. And the people who are back, where are they getting their money from? How are they paying for it? I
Real
don't know.
talk.
It's too much. I feel the weight of it, weighing me down constantly.
Yeah, yo. I get you.
It's it's a lot, and if someone's just moving here, I'm like, "All right, Daddy Warbucks, how are you doing this?"
Real talk, me. So, like, you discovered oil in your
Yeah,
backyard
like,
recently? Like,
how are you Oh my gosh.
I don't get it. I think I am one of the most uber pro New York people
Mhm.
around. And yeah, nah, I've definitely like had more and more like I gotta move thoughts. Uh
Right, yes.
Real talk, like
Yeah.
just I don't get the money at all anymore. I don't know how it works. I am strictly here because of stand up at this point.
Right, right.
And like yeah, like I I the more I think about it, like, yo, like there's other ways of telling jokes.
Yeah, there
Like,
I
all the
mean
time, yo, I see like people on YouTube making funny videos. I say, I could do that shit from Orlando, you know? All the time, I be seeing some dope videos. I'm like, yo, why ain't I just doing that? You know what I mean? And just in a whole room dedicated to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? With plenty of space.
Yeah,
I'm
I
over here
know.
struggling. Yo, real talk, B.
So
You gonna see a major pivot one day. You just gonna see me relaxed. I'm gonna just show up on the podcast. I mean, where are you, Gastor? New place, baby.
Yeah, I know. Like, "What? When did you do that? We just spoke
Real
4
talk.
days ago," and it's like, I just packed up everybody, we moved down here."
Straight up. Just put a for sale sign on the house, I bounced. That's it. Real talk. Put that shit on Zillow, told them to Venmo me. You know what I mean?
Venmo me my house money. Yeah, go on and send that shit on Cash App if you can,
Real talk, B. I don't care. You can space that shit 5,000 a day. That's your limit. Yeah, that's cool. We can do this all year. I'm patient. You know what I mean? Low key, it kind of helps me. I would have spent it all at once anyway.
Right,
You know what
yes,
I mean? I'm happy.
absolutely.
Let's space it out. You know what I mean?
That's why. So to the creative class who want to move to New York, please don't. I
Yeah,
mean,
yo.
I like that you want to, and I get it, but don't.
Real
Don't.
talk, B.
If you are made of money, don't, because you're fucking it up for the rest of us. And if you don't have any money, we out of instant ramen. We out. I bought the last pack. So
Real talk.
there's nothing else for you.
That's it.
So just stay where you are, where the instant ramen is plentiful. And you can even get chips or something. But we got none of that.
If you would like to support Shalewa's instant ramen dreams, that's right. I want her to swim in ramen packets on some Scrooge McDuck shit, okay?
That honestly, yeah, if I think of all the instant ramen I've eaten over my life, I absolutely could fill a swimming pool of flavor packets.
Let's make that happen for shot, okay? All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings 4 stars. You're trying to fill up a little kiddie pool. Come on, B.
What is that? I
What's
just
that
soak my
gonna do?
feet in sodium? That's no good.
5 stars. You understand. Shalewa got MSG dreams, okay?
Right, you're
All
trying to kill me. But if it helps you decide between 4 or 5 stars, I am already on medication for hypertension. So
Boom.
I'm good. I'm
We in
good.
there, baby.
I'm already prepped for it.
I know how them shits be doing it, yo. Them little packets be like 100 calories, 78% of your sodium. I'm like, where?
It's in there. Oh, yeah.
There's literally nothing to attach the sodium
This
to.
is all of your sodium for a calendar year in this little 3-inch by 3-inch square is all of your sodium for the next decade.
Oh my God. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Shannon Lemoyne and Winnie Locke. With all that said, I am admittedly, like, I don't have ramen enough, but now I'm excited to go try some Gastor Almonte.
Good ramen. Actually go get good ramen from a person who made it. I mean, there was lots of sodium, but at
That's
least
fair.
it came from someone else's loving hands and not you stirring a packet into a bowl.
I like the hacks. I like doing like the packet, but then like adding my own shit.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean? You got feng shui that shit, you know?
I don't know if that's the term.
No, that's not it.
I don't think so.
There's got to be one with the good taste. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe that is right. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're feng shuiing your ramen. Maybe that's
real
it.
talk, baby. With perfecting her backstrokes in the pool of ramen, Shalewa Sharpe. That's right. This has been another episode of the War Report. It's seasonal, baby. We taking Monday off. You know what I mean? We got holidays. We got people to give presents to. We got people to look at. kind of funny-eyed when they didn't give us a nice present that we thought we
Yes.
deserved. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
very
So
important. Very
very
important.
important. See y'all next week. Peace.